on,
We're
man?
on.
Cole, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, wait 1 second here. We're getting you turned up on our end here. Is that
Gotcha.
awesome, Cole? Hey,
Hey.
how's it going, man? How you doing?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Where are you calling us from, man? You calling us from your house?
Yeah, I'm in the basement. So,
Okay. Well, hey, man. I just got. First off, we always want to give congratulations, man.
Come
Hey,
on,
that's
dude.
absolute
Dog.
So, from our understanding, is it that you finished second in the events last year and then came back this year and won all three of them?
so last year I got third in the long jump and fifth in the 100.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of things did you do in the off season to kind of prepare yourself to make that jump to go to those to win? I mean, you single-handedly by yourself made Paint Valley's track team finish second place. I mean, that's their first title since I don't know. Do you know when the last time they won anything at the state track meet?
We got third in 2016 or 17 with Jacob Ott.
Okay.
Other than that, that's the highest we've ever placed.
Man,
So.
I mean, hey, one more round of
Hey.
second place
Hey.
for the whole school. But yeah, man, can you kind of take us through, like, what were you doing in the off season? Because you sprained your ankle or broke your ankle to.
It was first first contact scrimmage, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you had to miss out on your
Yeah.
senior year of football, right?
Yeah, so I broke my ankle, the first contact scrimmage of the season, and I had to get screws, and
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
a pretty decent surgery. So that kind of dampened the training that I could do heading into track season. But it gives you a lot of motivation to get back when you have to miss out on a senior season.
Were you non-weight bearing when you had that ankle injury?
Yeah, so I was non-weight bearing in like a kneeling scooter for 6 weeks, and then I started my rehab for 2 or 3 more weeks after that.
It's killer.
Wow. And so, uh, you got a offer, right? You're going to college for track.
Yeah, I'm running at Ohio, um, so
Nice.
super excited
So
about
we
that.
heard that you actually went up there on your scooter, right? And signed your letter of
Yeah.
intent. And they basically said, you're so good that with one leg, we're going to give it an idea. And it looks like you definitely delivered on your promise to them, man. Can you kind of take
Yeah,
us through that whole thing?
yeah. So there were a lot of schools that were very doubtful. Obviously, I totally understand that, um, but they were very accepting. The coach actually had an ankle injury in high school, and a lot of schools lost interest in him. And he came out and was really successful, and even ran in the Olympics. So he kind of knew that with the right person, sometimes an injury can make you even better.
Right.
You know, one thing I kind of wanted to touch too, just because you had so many injuries and kind of came back from them as well, because I know even the ankle wasn't the first. But what do you have to say to some of these like athletes out here that might be facing injuries? You know, I personally work with some of them, and you got anything that you wanted to say, maybe for the grind or anything you had to go through?
Yeah, it sounds bad, but really it's an opportunity. Everything's an opportunity, and an injury just kind of gives you time to focus on yourself mentally, not only physically. So you get that time to get your mind right and then come back even stronger. So you can't give up when something like that happens. You just got to put your head down, grind through it.
Awesome, man.
I will speak. Sorry.
I was
Yeah,
like,
go
that's
ahead.
something that I was wanting to talk about. Is like how much of it was mental after you come back from the injury and you're just starting out, like when you're just now getting back into like actually like full go, like when it comes to like running and stuff like that, especially with the ankle. Like how much of it is mental? Like maybe like there's certain ways you don't want to like maybe tweak an ankle or something like that. Like maybe when you're like
Or even bang them on the hurdles.
yeah something like that.
Yeah.
Is it a lot like?
Um, there was definitely a lot of mental aspect to it. Because it's hard coming out with screws in your ankle. The weather played a big factor in a lot of things. Because weather, cold weather
Oh yeah.
screws metal in your body.
Yeah.
Just it doesn't sit well. So it kind of took, I guess a lot of mental strength to be able to just kind of put your head down, do what you have to do, and it also takes a lot of training with the coaches, and they have to figure out when I need to rest, when I need to
Right.
go, stuff like
Did you
that.
did you limit the stuff in March and April?
Oh yeah, for sure. The whole beginning of the year, I really only did 1, 2, maybe 3 events a meet, just depending on weather and depending on how I was feeling that day.
So not to harp on the your injuries and stuff so much, but I heard you had a brain aneurysm in like the 4th grade or something like that. Did that contribute to this? Your attitude. You said that every injury is kind of like an opportunity. Did this contribute to this? To add you your.
So Cole, not to butt in here, but I'm definitely gonna put you on the spot. I remember Trent Mettler and all them saying that you might have been the worst athlete in the class, and then you had this brain aneurysm. It was like rookie of the year moment. You just came back better than everybody. I mean,
Dog.
what kind
Yeah.
of happened with that?
Um, oh Trent, yeah. So, I wasn't the greatest athlete, but it was 7th grade. I had a cyst in the front part of my brain that ruptured. So I was out I missed football that year. I missed a good 6-8 months of anything physical. So that it really sucked. Being an athletic kid, I played 3-4 sports a year. So just having to sit out and watch all my friends have fun, it lights a fire under your butt to get back.
Was there
Definitely.
a mental block coming back? Like, hey man, like, because that's something serious, especially with like concussions and CTE and all these new brain studies, especially with football. Was it was there ever a point in time in that? I know you're only in 7th grade at the time. Was there ever a point in time
Oh,
that you're like, do I come back? Do I risk it? But at the same time, it's sports, man. I mean, sports gives you that juice.
for sure. Yeah. So football at the time was my favorite sport, and I was working with the
Dog in
neurosurgeon
line.
up there.
He's also a dog in football. Don't let him.
I mean,
Don't
imagine
let him
that.
sugarcoat it.
Yeah, and he strongly recommended I do not play football. But like I said at the beginning, of my favorite sports. That's kind of what I needed to, kind of what I had to do,
Right.
and I couldn't sit out
Yeah.
on that, and I don't know. It's hard to sit back and watch everybody have fun
Right.
while you're sitting on the sidelines.
I want to talk to you about because you're from Paint Valley and you've actually been in quite a unique state in Paint Valley. Did you get to play with Coach Holland at all whenever you were in high school, or was he gone before you got there?
My freshman year was his last.
So you go from Coach Holland, who coaches there 22 years. I mean, winning as coach at Paint Valley, everybody loves him. To Corey Dye coming in, who we will have on the show later. And then you also come in with, Bobby Williams as your coach to start basketball, going through a coaching change with that to Jason Smith. And then, finding success in football, finding success in basketball, finding success. Even in baseball, you said you won a district championship with the baseball team your junior year. What is it about, going through those changes of coaches, but still finding the way to win? And, I mean, you guys went to the playoffs, I think 3 years with Corey. You won a sectional title last year in basketball, and like I said, the district title. And I think, 3 state titles that I think we can all agree was pretty nice. What is it just going into one sport after another, just expecting that level of success and dominance, and how do you keep that going through 3 or 4 different sports?
Yeah, so coach changes are sometimes difficult for a lot of teams, but I think with our group of athletes and our group of kids at Paint Valley, we just expect to win, expect to do good. And those coaches came in and they had that same mindset. And if you can get all the kids at Paint Valley on board and committed, we're going to listen and we're going to compete, and that's just what we do. And those coaches really came in and did a great job of keeping us fired up and not letting the new coach thing set us back.
Right. You guys have any questions over here?
I mean, it's pretty awesome. I actually heard that one of your first quotes after one of the races you won at States, you said, where we at? Your coach said it was the first thing you said. And just saying the we, is it the team aspect of it? You just like being with the boys out there, just getting it done? Because, I mean, you're a winner, so every time you're out there, you're getting it done. But is it the team aspect of it? Is it being more well-rounded athlete when you get to the other sports?
Oh, for sure. I'm a team-oriented kid. Track track isn't necessarily looked at as a team sport, but in my mind, it is a team sport. And
Who do you
being second
practice with
place.
every day? You know, you're with those boys every
Oh
day.
yeah, absolutely. Those kids, they even after they were done at regionals, some of them came back and they ran next to me at the hurdles and they pushed me out of the blocks. And even though their individual season was done, as a team we weren't done, and everybody saw that.
I think that says something about you too, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And I want to harp on this. This is probably my favorite story from the track meet from the state title. Dave Shoemaker was telling me about it. Every champion, I think you have to have a dog in you. You know what I mean? I mean, Michael Jordan, I mean, he's the absolute definition of I have the dog in me. I'm going to let people know I'm me. And Shu told me you had already won the long jump, which, again, set a school record to win state. You just won, I think, the 100-meter dash. And he told me he came up to you, he said, you know, how you feeling? And you said, you know, once I win the 200, then I'll probably start thinking about it. I mean, the kind of confidence you have to have, man, I mean, but that's what pushes you to be great. I don't think it's cocky at all. I think it's just believing in your hard work and stuff like that. Can you kind of walk through, like, how does it feel, man? I mean, you're not just a state champion. You're a 3-time state champion. Like, what has life been like afterwards? Like, I saw you went up. Did you go up? What was that, to the state house, and you got a letter from them as well?
Meeting a senator. Man.
Yeah.
I think
Shane
we got some video. If you can pull that up there. Well, Cole's giving his answer, but yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Senator Shane Wilkins brought me up to the state house and recognized me in front of the whole Senate.
Cole,
That
it
was
looks like
super
you're about
cool.
60 yards in front of every other person
What,
in this
did
video.
they even?
Did
What?
like, I mean, did they forget the race started, or did you just beat them that bad? I mean, geez.
Is that the
Louise,
200?
man. I think that, yeah. Is this the 200, I think?
Wow.
No, that's the one because I
100?
don't think you came around the corner.
Yeah. I mean, you.
You.
So you finished. And
No,
I
that's
think-
the two, that's the
yeah,
two.
You finished, and then everybody else, I think, hit the halfway point towards that part.
Well, the one you actually come out and they get out in front of you off the blocks pretty quickly, and you had to kind of recover from that. I think something you were saying from year 3 to 4, I guess it would be. What's it different in terms of, you know, being able to come back from something like a slow start or anything like that?
Yeah, so all year and really last year, I was kind of known for having a really good start. And
That's
then
why
a
you're good at
slower
ball
finish.
too. I see it. You got a quick first step, dude. I'm telling you, the
Yeah,
basketball highlights I watched,
yeah.
that first step
Sets
is
his
mean.
head on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was kind of known for being fast on the jump, and the state finals was really the first time anyone had got out ahead of me all year. So, and it was Josh Richards to my left from Anna, or to my right from Anna, and he got out hot. There were 3 or 4 kids that got out hot on me. So, you know, at that point, you just can't tighten up, loosen up, and just, you know, run. That's what
I
you
love
got to do.
it.
You just
I
gotta-
love it.
Dog. Man.
I'm telling you.
Absolute dog. Cole, what's next, man? I know you're going to ODU. I mean, you got to be drowning in your celeb status right now. I mean, has anybody offered you some free food or at least something like that?
It's been pretty overwhelming. Really,
Yeah.
it's been crazy.
Hey, soak it all in, man. You absolutely deserve all this. I mean, being able to coach you for 1 year, I've never seen an athletic specimen like this. I remember one game, there's a miss basket, and you see all these hands like right here to go grab it. And the next thing you know, you see Cole's feet over the hand. I mean, it was absolutely insane. Cole, is there anything you like to promote or anything before we get you out of here, man?
No, I mean, other than just, I don't think I touched on the Paint Valley community as much as I should have, and the Paint Valley coaches. I think
go
I
ahead,
kind of
take it
left
away,
that
man.
out. You know, most of my success I would love to put on the rest of the track team and my coaches for sure, because they kind of being able to handle someone that's came off of an injury the way I did. You know, it takes a lot of very precise timing to work out what I did, and all of that was Coach Pulliam and Coach McAllister. Man, they timed out everything. They timed out my practices the 3 weeks ahead of time. They kept me in the right space at the right time, and that really was the reason for my success.
That's awesome,
Dude,
dude.
That's
amazing.
great, man.
You're gonna, we're gonna be hearing a lot more great things about you, buddy. I'm super stoked to have you on our first show. I honestly, the beginning of this, the start of this, I couldn't think of a better person to have on this show, man. You had the probably one of the greatest track careers in Pain Valley history. Honestly, I'll put it up there. Put his track jersey in the Raptors, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Miller.
Yeah, dog.